Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and every time I do a video where people can see my computer case in the background anywhere, people always ask me, what's the build like on your computer? That's my old 4-year-old computer sitting in that Coolmaster half case. I am building a new computer. I'm still waiting on a couple of parts to come in the mail. They're arriving late. They were supposed to be here tonight. They're not here. Otherwise, I would have started building. So instead, I thought I would show you guys my new build. This is a somewhat budget build. Sorry for the noise there, guys. There's pit bulls playing downstairs. But this is kind of a budget build, and but it's going to be fast enough to do all my video editing. The only part that's not new is going to be this Antec case. A good bro of mine donated. I need to pull all the guts out of it because I don't want to take my other computer out of the Coolmaster. That's my backup computer. I'm still going to use it for stuff. But this is going to be pretty much an i5-6600K build, which not the fastest processor out there, about the third fastest as far as anything under $1,000 currently on the market. It's the new Skylark architecture. I thought about going with the new i7 that is a little bit faster, but I just couldn't justify the extra $150. I had a certain price I wanted to keep this computer under. I wanted to keep it under $1,200. And finding the best deals on all the parts, it would have pushed me over my limit. But I could, if I end up needing more processor because of the motherboard I'm using, I can always put that in later. Speaking of which, the motherboard, I went ahead and went with an Asus Z170A. This board's got really good reviews, runs about $150, $155. So for the money, it's a fantastic board for the money, particularly with this new chipset. As far as other little goodies go, I decided not to max out the RAM because I didn't need it. I can do up to 64 gigs of RAM. I'm only going to do 32 for now. And again, I can always plug more DIMMs in if I need more. But I went with G-Skill. This is 32 gigs of DDR4 3200. So again, G-Skill, and I think I got these, actually got a really good deal on this. I think these ran me about 190 bucks. So it's not bad at all for this much RAM at this speed, again, particularly with the 3200 megahertz. This should be more than enough for what I'm doing. And if it isn't, I can always add more, but I should be okay because I'm going to run page files on the SSD. Now this is the main drive I'm putting in. I managed to get, again, a good deal on this, about 150 bucks. For a Samsung 500 gig SSD. This is the 850 Evo. So again, 500 gig for all my operating system, all of my main programs, my video editing software, and again, use page files. I'll probably use 30 or 40 gigs of page file on this just in case the RAM isn't enough, but it should be fine. And with the new SSDs, you can run page file on them just fine. They don't wear out. I don't know anyone who's having problems with it. I talked extensively with the friend who donated the case to me because of what he does in the field he works in. He messes with these a lot, and he says he runs page files all the time and never sees them wear out, even in a corporate environment. Like in a professional graphics processing and AutoCAD type environment, no problem whatsoever. So for me, just doing video editing and basic stuff for work at home, this should be fine. A couple little extra goodies still here. I grabbed an OEM Windows 10 64-bit home edition. Again, I don't need the professional for what I'm doing. It's just I didn't need the extra $10 for it. No point in throwing the budget up. This cuts the job. I mean, for what I do, home edition is fine. For PSUs, again, I got this half off because of a sale. EVGA, this is a 600B, so again, it's a 600 watt power supply. Really good company, and again, I think I got this for something like $40. Amazing price. So again, you can't beat that. And the last thing I have here, because I'm still waiting on other parts to come in the mail, I was going to go with a smaller fan, but I ended up going with the exact same fan I've used on the last two computers I built because I ended up with such a big case because he sent me a full-size tower. I ended up going with the classic Coolmaster Hyper 212. This is going to be the third rig I've owned that has this fan on it. I just went with the classic because I'm so used to messing with this fan at this point. I figured, what the hell, I've got a full-size case, I might as well throw it in. I've got a few other parts I'm still waiting on, but this gives you guys the basics of the build. Again, budget build. I managed to put all this together for less than $1,200. That's what I'm going to be putting it all together for, and it should meet all of my new video editing needs because last week, my render took hours for the Q&As on my old computer. I'm running an old i5-2500K, which 4 or 5 years ago was an amazing processor, but today it just doesn't cut it. So there you guys have it for all the people who are like, hey Jason, what's the build on your computer? Well, here you go. This is the new build, so I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.